Everyone, this is Mark Major, and we are at the Action Figure-atorium. I am its de facto curator, and I'm glad to have you. We are currently on track to 1 million subscribers. Now, it's not going to happen immediately or even in a long time, but we're on track for 1 million subscribers, and I'd like to thank everybody who has made it this far with the channel and subscribed. Love everyone who has committed so far. So on today's episode, what are we going to be doing? Well, we're going to be talking about a little bit of action figure photography, and specifically we're going to be going through some of the props that I have in an attempt to jumpstart your own creativity on doing holiday action figure pictures. So I think everybody needs to strap on the leather for this one and hold on tight. Okay, we're going to go over here to the bench, and I'm just going to walk you guys through some basics. I think some basics that everybody should have on hand if you want to do some of these action figure picks. So here we go. Switching over. First thing, let's talk about environmental things. You're going to need snow, all right? And here's a recommendation, right? Find this stuff, bamboo fiber. This stuff looks really awesome on cam. I've done a lot of pics with this stuff and it looks cool. The thing about snow is that it has a tendency to just turn into white background if you don't have it lit properly or the right kind of focus as far. So you can sort of mess up fake snow. But this stuff, you know, cotton balls works too, of course, and I guess there's all sorts of spray-on foams and dioramas you can make. But if you're like sort of kind of a casual, just want to jumpstart your day, look for some bamboo fiber, and this is like a lifetime supply. Okay, other environmental things. Christmas trees. Now these guys, I picked up on the cheap at thrift store. You may hunt them down. These are plastic trees made by the Playmobil company. So you can find these on eBay for pretty cheap. But this is kind of cool if you're looking for, you know, some kind of a look for an outdoors, Christmassy, Christmas tree, winter kind of thing. And these trees are reusable in a lot of different environments, so you don't need to just only do Christmas. And of course any other kind of Christmas tree that you can find that's a good stand-in. Of course, here's a little Christmas ornament of a Christmas tree. This thing looks pretty cool. And this guy is a Lego tree. These are just the cheap kind of things you can find. Of course, if you go to a thrift store and you go to the knick-knack section, you are going to find that there are plenty of Christmas knick-knack trees to go around. Okay, we're going to move on now to the next easiest thing to pull off, and that is Christmas ornaments. And you can find Christmas ornaments all over the place for cheap, if not free, and they just automatically make a shot whatever you're doing. You can have characters interact with them, play with them, stand on them in the background, whatever you want. You just got to get, you know, some colored balls, as they were, silver, gold, red, green. And you can also start looking for more exotic looking Christmas ornaments as well, Christmas bulbs, as they were. I've actually managed to find some Christmas light bulbs for action figures just in my my ramblings through the universe. I have come across some cool little pieces, like look at that guy, and here's a blue one, and here's a big red one. These are going to be a little tougher to find. You could look on eBay for them. This is just stuff I've happened to score, but it is Christmas, and if you go to a lot of these knick-knack stores, thrift stores, junk stores, you're going to find all this stuff. Okay, moving along. Simple things you can throw on your shot to make work to look like Christmas. I love that we're going to have all this stuff piled up by the end. So you can always take things like this. You're always going to find wrapping paper and bows and ribbons, right? And then let's also not forget something like you can also bring in some sparkly garland, which you can find. And if you go to some bigger kind of box stores after Christmas and everyone's decorations are on sale, you can find all this stuff for next to nothing, dirt cheap. Let's keep looking at more things. Along those same lines, anything that's red or green, even these, I guess these would qualify as like Mardi Gras beads, whatever. They could be Christmas beads if you want them. Some interesting things that you can find out there that go great with action figures in the form of musical instruments that come around that are very Christmassy, like this trumpet. Got a little kick drum here. This is clearly a Christmas ornament. It's a drum. But these are all musical instruments, and musical instruments sell Christmas whether they're for Christmas or not. This drum is not specifically Christmas, but you make a little Christmas, diorama set and you throw a drum in there and all of a sudden it works. Same thing with the trumpet. The trumpet could be a Christmas ornament or it might just be a trumpet. These all work. Furthermore, here's a cool thing I found. Look at this is a little ornament of it's a little kind of piano with a bow on it, and it's pretty small. It's like a mini mates could play it. It's pretty cool. That's a score. Some other things that you're going to come across that you're going to want to throw into holiday picks with action figures that really sell it is snowmen. You're going to find plastic snowmen or ornamental snowmen, whether they're Christmas ornaments or just generic decorations like these guys. This stuff always sells it, especially with the fake snow. Of course, here's similarly a couple of little rubber duckies that I found that have Christmas colors and they're sort of in Christmas hats. Let's show you a couple other things that have landed in the collection. Some obligatory ornaments like a gold star fell in the collection. Some little gifts, little presents. You can find these knickknacks all over the place. You can probably find that stuff in the dollar store. Look at this. Here's a little box I got that are just full of silver and red wrapped gifts. Just a whole bunch of these things. This is something that you just put in like a sort of a centerpiece in your living room, your dining room, that kind of thing. These little packages are great. Look for stuff like that. Also, how about this? Sleighs, toy sleighs. Now, here's something that you're probably not going to find. It's a little toy sleigh, but it's a rocket sleigh. It's got rockets on it. It's pretty cool. Happens to be red and green. It's also got some blue and silver on it, but mainly red and green. But check this out. Okay, this is a Barbie sleigh. And this is super cool. I've yet to use this in any pictures. This actually has wheels on it, so I could probably do a movie where this thing slings by. And with a Barbie-sized thing, you can load it up with a whole bunch of packages and a whole bunch of crap like we showed, and you can stuff some action figures in, and it can be a giant sleigh. Or if you bring in some 8-inch guys, 10-inch guys, 12-inch guys, remember it fits Barbie, which is technically 12-inch, you can stuff in some pretty big figures if you go out and look on eBay for a Barbie sleigh. And this thing doesn't weigh anything, super cheap. Got that for a couple bucks at thrift store. Got some other weird things here that work. Gingerbread men. Here's a little rubber gingerbread man, and here's a gingerbread man on a plate. Those just happen to work. It's hard to describe why they work other than to say they do. And last thing is that you can always throw an action figure into a red Santa hat. So I have a 1/6 scale Santa suit that I picked up on eBay for $9. Someone just made this. It's like for a Ken doll. Comes with hat and pants and belt, coat. Really cool. You can put on just about anybody. Also, anything Barbie related will give you stuff like this. You can rob your Barbies for Christmas clothes, and you can put them on other action figures. You can put them on your better action figures, your Fisons, things like Psy Girls, and like the BBI 1/6 scale toys. You can put them on your celebrity figures, as I've done here. So you can see that it doesn't really take a whole lot of going out and grabbing specific things. You can just sort of glom a bunch of Christmas things together from here or there, from snow to trees, to Santa hats, to just ornaments, just things like instruments, anything with like winter hats on it and scarves, all that kind of stuff. It all sort of works for action figure holiday photos. I love milking holiday photos and throwing them up on Instagram. I think it's an easy win, and most people tend to enjoy them as well, which is why I think we see a lot of these companies like, you know, Hasbro, Disney, Star Wars, doing all those holiday action figures, you know, clone troopers, stormtroopers, and they come in red, greens, and candy canes and stuff like that. You know, seems to work. People seem to love it, and we're going to see all that stuff for a long, long time. So thanks everybody who made it this far in the video. And as always, we are on track to 1 million subscribers. Why don't you join along? And to everyone out there, you know, stay charged.